Introducing the Eureka Mignon Specialita, an absolutely quantum leap from the original version. This is version 2. It's a stunning on-demand grinder. Lovely compact case, really well designed compared to the very tinny first version. It's got a digital screen on this one. This is the on button here on the side, and then great digital screen. Basically, just press the button for a single shot or a double shot, and then up and down for the seconds, 10.1 seconds this is, etc. And that's the adjustment. The grinder size is here, so a really nice wheel. The previous grinder wheel was the same, but the digital display replaces a button that you pressed in that was quite crude that measured the time. This one's much more accurate. But on the grinder setting, what we're doing here, like all grinders, we're following the direction of the arrow. So fine, here we follow the direction of the arrow and we're twisting it clockwise, and for coarse, anti-clockwise. Okay, so I'm going to set this one on number 3 for an espresso. Great little hopper here, lovely little compact hopper. One of the things I love about this is they've put a rubber collar in here and a slot and a little semicircle, so it's easy to locate and it just sits in so nicely, doesn't twist around, and it's really easy to take out. Absolutely love this. So we'll pop this back in. We're going to do some coffee on this. The portafilter holder just comes out and is adjustable with this Phillips screw, but just basically sits in there, and your portafilter actually can sit in. And to operate the machine, all we're going to do is hit this button here. So if I put it onto a single and hit the button, it's going to grind down for 6 seconds down to 0, and it will dispense the coffee. So we're going to do a little test on the Mignon. What's the coffee retention like on this grinder? And by that I mean, when you grind some coffee, how much residue coffee gets trapped between the burrs and the chamber before it gets released. And that's something, obviously, we want to have a minimum of, because if we use the grinder and then don't use it till the next day, we've got a build-up of dry coffee in there, which is going to stale, and we don't really want to use that for our subsequent shot of espresso. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pour, I'm going to weigh out about, let's say, 10 grams, or, well, let's do what we'd normally do, which is 17 grams of coffee for a double shot. There we go. I'll give it 17.1. And then I'm going to grind this out and then do the same again and see what the difference is. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so 17 grams of coffee in and 16.6 out. Right, okay, and do another one. And we're going to do exactly the same again. 17, let's do 17.1 as we did that. There we go, exactly the same amount, 17.1. And then pop this in, off we go. Okay, shot number 2. 17, well, that's absolutely amazing, so 0.1 of a gram. So possibly that first shot was because it was a brand new grinder. That was pretty much the first shot we'd ever pulled on it. But we had 0.1 of a gram difference there, which is pretty remarkable, really. So I give this little grinder a kind of 9 out of 10. I absolutely love its compactness. Aesthetically, I think it's great. Super easy to use on the digital display. It's accurate. There's not much retention. For a 55mm burr grinder, it grinds so evenly. I highly recommend it for anybody who's serious about being a good home barista. It'll work so well with any espresso machine. And what I really like about it is excellent with an espresso machine, but so easy to adjust to get up to a coarse grind. So if you want to do pour-overs, AeroPresses, even cafetières, it's a super little grinder. Go ahead and get yourself one.